The Olympics are finally upon us, and in the past, this used to be an excellent time for our country as we all banded together to cheer our American athletes to victory. However, it is 2018, the age of virtue signaling and social justice warriors who are still pitching a fit over Donald Trump being elected President of the United States. And, if you thought these liberals would take time off to celebrate our country, you would wrong, as USA alpine skier Lindsey Vonn proved to everyone a couple of weeks ago when she bashed President Trump. Now, Lindsey Vonn is taking her childish antics to the next level with what she just wore on the Olympic slopes that have every red-blooded American furious, and it is not hard to see why. If there were ever a time to put aside political differences, it would be during the Olympics, when as a country we cheer our nation on. But that is not how the left works in the mission to divide and conquer. That was evident just a couple months ago when Lindsey Vonn made headlines bashing President Trump and publicly announcing that he was not her president. Yeah, that seems rather absurd considering that she is representing the United States in the Olympics, which Trump happens to be the president of, but let us not confuse Lindsey with the facts. Just in case you forgot about Vonn's nasty tirade against Trump, here is a brief recap from Breitbart. Well, I hope to represent the people of the United States, not the president, Vonn told CNN. The alpine skier, who long dominated her sport outside of the marquee quadrennial event, boasts just 2 Olympic medals, winning a gold in the downhill and a bronze in the Super G at the 2010 Vancouver Games. The 33-year-old seeks to overcome age, injuries, bad luck at the Olympics, and recent poor performances to reclaim the top spot on the podium in South Korea. I want to represent our country well, Vonn explained. I don't think that there are a lot of people currently in our government that do that. The Games, which take place from February 9th through the 25th, represent perhaps her last chance to represent her country well. Though Vonn traveled to the White House several times during Barack Obama's presidency, including a visit accompanying then-boyfriend Tiger Woods to 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue in 2014, do not expect her to accept Donald Trump's congratulations in person after the 2018 Games. When asked whether she would accept an invitation to the White House should she win in Pyeongchang, Vonn offered a blunt absolutely not. So, after those sick comments and the pushback from conservative Americans across the country, you would think that Vonn would lie low from controversy, right? Well, again you would be wrong, which Vonn proved when she stepped out onto the slopes wearing a Captain America-inspired ski suit that has Twitter buzzing. After seeing Vonn wearing this costume on the slopes, many Americans chimed in on the thread to call out Vonn for her blatant hypocrisy and her disrespect for President Trump. Here is just a sampling of some of the comments on her Twitter thread after revealing her ski suit in South Korea. Here is more from CBR.com on the Marvel-inspired suits. The Winter Olympics is shaping up to be a Marvel OUS one for the U.S. Olympic ski and snowboard teams, who will be sporting outfits inspired by the modern look of Captain Marvel and the Marvel Cinematic Universe design of Captain America. The men and women's teams will be decked out by suits that are part of a collaboration between Marvel and Spyder, the U.S. ski team's official supplier. Spyder announced a 2-year partnership with Disney Consumer Products and Interactive Media last Thursday, specifically to make superhero-themed performance products for athletes. The suits, however, officially debuted last February at the FIS Alpine World Ski Championships in St. Moritz, Switzerland. The suits that will be seen at the Games, which are taking place in Pyeongchang, South Korea, were designed by retired alpine ski racer and Olympic gold medalist Julia Mancuso. The attire caught fire on social media with enthusiastic responses to these comic book-inspired designs from fans who are looking forward to seeing Captain America in May's Avengers: Infinity War and Brie Larson as Carol Danvers in the Captain Marvel solo flick next year. Now, in the past, this would be awesome, and the majority of the country would applaud Vonn donning this ski suit, but that is not what is happening today. Vonn has publicly bashed the President of the United States, which has caused only more division in a country when we should all be coming together to make our nation great again, and that is just the half of it. If any one of you read Captain America, you would know that the character was patriotic, respected our country, flag, and whoever leads it. Captain America would not be in the business of tearing our nation apart and pitting Americans against each other with virtue signaling and inflammatory remarks against our president. Captain American fought against tyranny, oppression, and those who stood in the way of the American dream, and to be perfectly honest, she is not good enough to wear those colors. For the web powered by Zergnet, this figure skating move was too provocative for the Olympics. Olympic figure skater handles wardrobe malfunction perfectly. The real reason you don't hear about Leanne Rimes anymore: snowboarder breaks his neck in terrifying crash at Olympics. Here's who Jackie Kennedy thought had her husband killed. The real reason: Jennifer Aniston and Justin Theroux split.